On December 9th in the year of our Lord 2024, I embarked on a trip south in my trusty German chariot. I passed through Dallas, its lights illuminating the low-hanging fog with splendor. I settled my chariot at a decent speed which might have been frowned upon by local lords and ladies. Darkness would make way for daylight, and in less than 3 hours I was there, an undisclosed location in Austin, Texas, where I would not only meet Sir Tobi, but some other folk you might recognize here as well. And yes, I got to play KCD too. First off, a message from Sir Tobi.
Well, I'm here with someone.
And the someone tells you to follow the channel, the Dutch Texan Games, right? That is where you have to go. That's where you get the crazy conspiracies and the extra work that goes in. And we have to support the streamers and the content creators. So do that as well, because I do. Take care.
You know what to do. But before we talk about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I want to highlight the absolute masterclass that Warhorse and by extension PlayOn has done the last couple of months. The engagement with the fans has been absolutely amazing, from Sir Tobi to, of course, Luke Dale, Hans Capon. He has been instrumental to the hype that has been building surrounding this game. And not just them, the devs behind the scenes from Warhorse have done the same thing. And then of course we got the fans, we got Roxy, we got Sir Donnie, we got memes of KCD, and of course a good guy on Discord, Big Fad. He has been instrumental to my Kuttenberg video that I did a while back, and I still have to thank him for that again. So now, let's dive into it. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Let's talk about it. Please click away from this video if you do not want to get spoiled in any way. I have tried my best to hide all the cool stuff and the funny stuff that I want you to experience yourself, because I would hate for a video like mine to spoil your experience. So again, if you do not want to be spoiled in any way, don't watch this. If you do want to be spoiled just a little bit, let's go. Now the game starts just like KCD ended. If you play the first KCD, you would feel like you never left. I was once again transported into 1403 Bohemia. One thing that is noticed right away is the facial capture, which is bringing the new dimension to the game, allowing the true emotions from the actors to be portrayed in the game. This truly feels like KCD 1+. The music, the graphics, the ambiance, it is all there.
Good gracious, Henry, you don't mean to tell me you don't know Latin?
My apologies, Your Grace. Unfortunately, I was too busy shoveling shit and picking turnips to find time for studying Latin.
The first hours of the game take place in the first map of Trotsky, and it is visually impressive. Of course there was photo mode, and that was cool to play around with, and it even works underwater where you can see the fish. It's also funny to hear Henry say something when you exit.
Nice.
He literally rats you out if you try to cheat with it. Proper RPG elements are present, which means listening to hints that characters give you.
Where did you get the table from?
From that cave behind me. It was just lying there.
This might give you a leg up in your quest, or in this case, a dice game.
Damn your eyes. You played well.
We also get an introduction to the new combat system, which is easier and more intuitive than KCD 1. A mouse and keyboard warrior such as myself only has to worry about pressing the right mouse button to block, and following up with the riposte is way easier due to that fact. I personally do not mind this change, and it will be more accessible for players who have not played KCD 1 or got frustrated with that game's combat mechanic. In the beginning of the game, you will also set your starter perks through conversation, and you will also, if you played the first game, fill in some gaps, because we are not importing saves from KCD 1 here. Obviously there's some humor here as well, and stealth has a complete new system which is introduced early on, with a distraction option in the form of throwing a rock to distract this lady doing her laundry before sneaking past.
What is this racket here? What was that?
Things end up going south. And this brings us to the beginning of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, where the game truly starts. For those that did not play KCD1, the story is recapped in these beginning hours as well, but my opinion remains the same on that matter. KCD1 is a must-play title, and even the early hours will punch a whole lot harder if you have experienced the first game. We get an introduction to healing yourself, cleaning yourself,
I feel like a new man.
clothing yourself, and of course eating, because Henry gets hungry.
That's really good.
Savior Snaps is of course making a return from Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, and that means that you have to have that potion in order to save mid-game. One of the cool things that is returning as well is the exit save, which means that if you have to leave the game because you need to do something in the real world, you have the option to save it, and that save game stays there until it gets overwritten when you do it again. So you can't really use it as a proper save game like the Savior Snaps, but it is still there to help you out, and I'm happy it is in here. There are multiple ways to go about things, and in this case I had to fight 2 people at the same time, which again is a whole lot easier than in Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. It is still imperative you keep them ahead of you, because if they get behind you, they're gonna hit hard, especially in this early stage of the game where you do not have any armor. Tailor kits can fix garments, and there's other kits that can fix your weapons as well. They can break if you do not take care of them, so it's nice to be able to keep up with them in these ways while you're on the road. Picking herbs and doing alchemy is explained as well, and the alchemy bench got an upgrade in looks. The fluid looks great in the cauldron here. You level up via perk points, and hitting the right arrow on PC lets you see what they mean so you can make a good choice. Of course, I personally picked Hardworking Lad because I want to be able to carry as much as possible, because if I defeat an enemy, I pick them completely clean. Because I want to sell the stuff and maybe get some better weapons and fix my outfit. And of course you get into fisticuffs as well sometimes, which in this case was a massive brawl. Side missions are a thing too, and talking with the locals will yield you interesting areas to check out, like this overturned cart for instance. These locations are all marked on the map the moment you talk to these people, which makes it easier for you to find these locations. The game feels truly alive, and around every corner there seems to be a new quest, and this is just the first game area, so I am very impressed with the way this is going. The map is gorgeous as well and very detailed indeed. I found myself staring at the landscape very often.
I can't swim.
Another thing I love about the landscape is the change in weather. It brings a dynamic to the world that is too easily overlooked. And seeing lightning illuminate Trotsky Castle is truly a sight to behold. And things don't stop there, because when the rain stopped, we see moisture hanging in the air. It truly is a stunning game. You're also introduced to blacksmithing, a mini game that lets you make your own weapons. Naturally, we can sharpen our weapons too to keep them in good condition. The sharpening was in KCD1, but not blacksmithing. So I am super stoked that blacksmithing is here. And having played through that tutorial and through the blacksmithing portion really gives me an idea on how to work it. And it really matters how you forge it and what materials you use. So I cannot wait in the late game to see what kind of weapons I can make and how unique the stats are going to be versus the weapons you pick up off some of your enemies. On ranged weapons, of course, we were introduced to crossbows, and I love their ease of use. You just get on top of a cliff and just rain down hellfire, and bows also find a way back to you. And while they seem easier to wield, they still require a skilled hand. So based on what I've seen, this game is absolutely worth the purchase. The storytelling is exactly like KCD1. It looks like KCD1, but better. The facial animations, everything about it just screams, this is what we wanted to do with KCD1, but we couldn't, and now we can because we have a bigger team, and everyone is still as excited now as they were back then. It is 100% a worthy purchase. Now, if you watched this far, I have a little contest for you. I want you to put in the comment section below what you think about KCD2 and how much you're looking forward to it. And also, what you thought of this video, of course. I make these perler bead shields, right? So this is the Warhorse logo, and I've made others as well. This one, which is in the game. I can't tell you what it is, but you will find out. This one is in the game as well. This one you might know. Roxy, I still want to send this to you, so let me know. And then this one. That's Shadiversity. So if you want something like that, KCD themed, let me know. I also have a big Warhorse shield. It is the Audentis Fortuna Ivat shield. I'll put a picture up right here. I really love that one. I could make that one as well. So let me know in the comment section below also what type of shield you would want me to make. I will send it to you free of charge. Now, it's going to be a while because, of course, playing KCD2, we're going to have release. I'm going to be hard work to that. But afterwards, I will make the shield. I will send it to you free of charge if you are the person that I select to make the shield for. So make your comment as interesting as possible. Of course, hashtag game for the sake of gaming. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. It's not needed for this contest, by the way, because this contest is for all KCD fans. It's not just for subscribers of my channel. Doesn't matter where you live either. I will send it to you. They don't weigh too much, so that'll work out just fine. And as always, I will see you guys on the flip side. Take care. And I cannot wait to see everything about KCD2, to see all the experiences of everyone when it goes live February 4th. It is not a long wait anymore. We're so close. And the excitement is palpable. Thank you so much. Thank you, Warhorse. Thank you, PlayOn, for allowing me to do this, because it has been an experience that I thought never possible. I'm just a small-time YouTube creator, small-time subscribers base. I only had 900 and some odd subscribers when I went to that event in December of 2024. So that kind of shows you that Warhorse looks at the little guy as well. They don't just give shots to the big guys. Just regular fans, like you and I, we mean just as much to them. And it's all smiles for me. Take care.